Greetings and salutations. It's super late. It's like almost almost 4 a.m. I took a nap though. Got up. This was on my mind. I've been thinking about this. So as y'all know, I was telling y'all that I was looking for a church to have, our African American church. And anyways, long story short, I go on Google and I'm like, Google, dilapidated churches and, find, in Memphis and, different stuff like that. Long story short, though, a whole bunch of churches pull up. And I look at some of the, I guess I would call it African American churches that were like in the hood. Then I look at the dilapidated or closed churches in the white neighborhoods. And I was like, okay, wow, a big difference, big difference. So I go on, I tap on this, link that just shows just a bunch of churches around the city. And I was looking, and these are like churches that are still like, functioning. And the black churches, if they are like, of substance, I guess, I don't know the right word for it, but they are huge. They are, are, they have a lot of space. They have like, you might have one with the basketball court, something like that. You might have something like that. But then, you know, I go to the white churches. Man, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. They have all of that. They have swimming pools. They have meeting halls. They have coliseums or stage seating areas. They have, like we have revival, black churches, we have revivals. Now, they have revivals too, but they also have meetings of the mind, I guess. They also have like meetings of financial uh, literacy and stuff like that. They also have that. They they talk about God a little bit, I guess, but for the most part, they invest in that. This that's what I noticed. And then you think about it. I remember when I was in church, and we would visit different churches, and most of them would be black. So I remember, it's crazy. I remember Bellevue Baptist, because they have like a whole lot of people, that's, have a little power in the city of Memphis or just in the state of Tennessee. But they belong at Bellevue Baptist. You look at Bellevue Baptist, you look at the dopest black church that you can think of in the city of Memphis. You can't compare. You can't compare. That's what I mean by investing. Investing. That's why I said my life is 10 times better since I've been investing. It's comforting. Like, it's for real comforting. My mom don't even know that when I was telling her, I was like, I'm going to give you the account, one of the accounts that I put $25 in a month. And she was like, oh, okay. Like it's nothing. And in my head though, I was like, she don't even know. She don't even know. She don't even know. She don't even know that. She don't even know. Man, I've been investing since like January, putting $25 a month in there. She don't even know she stashed already. She don't even know it. I didn't even get into it. I just said at the end of the year, I'm just gonna give it to her. Merry Christmas, I guess, or Happy New Year, or something like that. I don't know, but it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm telling y'all. But getting back to what I noticed, they invest in their people. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. They invest in their people. So like when I was like the African American church, to me, that's an investment in us. I feel like if we as a whole decide to invest in us, invest in our neighborhoods, like I read somewhere where DJ Paul suing like for a couple of million, like $40 million or something. Anyway, DJ Paul is from Memphis, Tennessee. He's more than likely gonna win. And I say to myself, okay, how can you invest in the city, in this same neighborhood that you rap about, and you know what I'm saying, that you got your swag, I guess, from all your joys and all your pain? Can you invest in that neighborhood? You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. We don't think to invest back. That, the white flight, I guess, I don't know what you want to call it. But anyway, they say when we come in the neighborhood, the value goes down. Well then, hey, since the value is down, why not us reinvest back into our neighborhoods? Reinvest back into our neighborhoods. And then I also say the churches have a large part in that. It's all about, you know, reinvesting. We have like a whole lot of money that we give away to other ethnicities. We always eating their foods and going to their neighborhoods, and what I really want to say is that we have some black restaurants, black owned restaurants in the city of Memphis. You can go on Google. You can go on Google. Like I can't wait to take my aunts to Four-Way Grill. I've been promising them that for a while now, so I'm gonna do it. But going back to investing, reinvesting or investing in your own neighborhood, just like you would your own house, your own domicile, you know, uh, that's a cool thing to do. I don't know. I don't know. The difference is though, they reinvest and they give back. They put their money into that, and we give money away when we give into the to the persons or persons that is doing the revival. And they giving us mystical stuff, not tangible stuff. And and when you really for real think about it, we didn't think that way, skin folk, in Africa. We were brought here. We didn't think that way in Africa. You can't go anywhere in Africa and find something like that 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 like the for real Africans, the indigenous Africans. You can't even say that they believed anything like that. It would have been on the walls of hieroglyphs. But you know what? Again, 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 they infected Africa. So now you have like whitewashed Africans. Some look totally white. And they're, anyways, long story short, think about like when you are at church and you giving your giving your tithe and offering. Think about like where is that money going? Is that money being reinvested into y'all? You know what I'm saying? Like are they do they have they invested in like a school church or babysitting, you know, something like that. Cooking courses, teaching, you know, sewing classes, um, different things like that. But again, I don't know if we feel like if we reinvest back into ourselves, it's a wrong thing. I don't know. I think it. I think we think that, or maybe we don't think that we can reinvest back into us. Maybe that's what it is. But I believe that we don't know that we can. So that's why I do what I do, and I'm not the only one. But again, y'all invest. Go on Google. You know, go on Google. Um, Pick out like something, you know, you probably need some financial terms like pick out the best CDs, pick out the best bond, savings bond, you know, pick, you know, the best high yielding checking account, high yielding savings account, uh, a mutual fund, you know, ETF, yeah. But um, ETFs are like cheap though. It's just like when you buy some beer or something. I ain't saying you, but you know how you can buy some beer, and or you seen others buy beer, and they go back to, you know, to the corner store and back again. It's like they buying beer again. It's just like you can buy ETFs like that too. You can possibly get an ETF and try to get something that's under 1%. You will see on the side when you read the information. If you can get something like 0.01 or 4 or something like that, that's but anyways, it's like a whole bunch of assets and stuff like that. So that's what ETFs are. So your money is spread just like a mutual fund, really, except it's cheaper. But